Hey y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. How are y'all this? It's almost noon, but how are y'all? I'm good. Thank y'all. I see a few of y'all waiting. Miss Terry, how you doing? I see you in there in the comments. How are you? You were the first one I saw. All right, so we're going to be talking about high standards leaves no room for discussion. So basically, your standards are your standards. There's no compromise. There's no room for discussion. Either they can meet them or they can't. Stop bending the rules for other people. Okay, that's Pygmisha stuff. Pygmishas bend their standards or compromise their standards. Women that have high standards, that's how they get them met, by sticking to them. Okay. If you have never had high standards and stuck to them, how will you ever know what you are able to accomplish? I mean, y'all have seen that lady all over the internet in Pakistan talking about she need this, she gonna do that, this is her requirements, this and that. If you stand on your business, people will listen and people will see you like you see yourself. You know, y'all understand? So having high standards is not the problem. The problem is not having the self-esteem to stand on those high standards and not compromise or have any discussion afterwards. Either you can or you can't. So that Pakistani lady over there is standing on her business and giving her demands and not bending her standards. If she can go and do that in a whole nother country and get what she want, then y'all should be able to do that right here. Okay. Stand on your business, have your high standards, don't bend them for anyone, because if you really think about it, you don't have to. You want to, you choose to, because you fear you're going to miss out. You're going to miss something that you're not even getting. Okay. It's literally like going to a car dealership to get a luxury vehicle and they talk you down to something, that you never wanted in the first place, and not anything that you ever expected or wanted, but you are afraid, to lose out. That's why you never date when you're desperate or lonely. You only date when you are trying to find someone that is going to meet those standards. If you're a desperate woman, you should never date in a desperate state. Okay? Women should never be out there putting themselves out there when they feel desperate. That's why I always tell y'all to have more than one. Because if you literally have more than one, you're never desperate. You can say, well, no, thank you. Well, that's nice, but I said what I said. You can literally call the shots without fear of losing anything if you're dating more than one person and you're not desperate. Some of y'all be so desperate to lose something that y'all ain't got by somebody who don't even want y'all, that you will lower your standards, get used, and then be wondering why you're ghosted and they're not calling you back. Okay, because your standards are too low and you need to get them higher. A lot of people don't realize it's them, not the other people. People treat you how you treat yourself. Okay, if you're constantly talking down about yourself, if you're not allowing people to give you compliments and take them graciously, if you are accepting less than you're supposed to have, people are going to treat you the exact same way, because you've taken it before, so you'll take it again. That's why it's better to start over if you've messed up in any kind of dating or with the person that you've only dated a couple times. If you acted a fool and you acted stupid in the beginning, that's who you are to them now. Your first impression was whatever you gave them, whatever you took, whatever standards you had at that moment. That's who you are now to them. And anything else that they see is going to be, oh, well, that's not the real her, because she did this, and that when I first met her. So definitely start over with a whole nother person, or recycle them around the roster until they figure it out. But you never need to keep trying in a desperate state to get someone's attention when you're desperate. That is Pygmisha stuff. And your high standards You should also have high standards for yourself as far as how much you're going to put mentally or emotionally into any situation. Okay. Because a lot of women, all they do is sit around and think about something all day that it's not even real. Okay. It, y'all go out on one date and all of a sudden a woman thinks she's in a relationship with this dude. No, one date does not equal relationship. One date does not equal guaranteed phone calls. One date does not equal, why didn't he call you back? One date was just to see if they like you in public, in person. And if you already met in person, most likely they would have liked you even more because they met you in person. But y'all are meeting people online, and that's why y'all aren't getting where y'all want to get. But having high standards for yourself as well will allow you to keep your high standards with other people. So if your high standard says, I don't date on dating apps, or I don't go on this side of town when I am trying to look cute and attract, I go to the rich side of town. So you got to have a lot of standards with yourself before you can have standards for other people to meet. Okay. So practice that. Have high standards just for you, just for you. Because if you don't have high standards just for yourself, you can't have them for other people. Okay. So make yourself some high standards and make sure you are meeting your own high standards for how you treat yourself. And then it'll be much easier to keep your standards high when dealing with other people. Because if you don't even break your own standards, you're not going to allow them to. And if they don't see you breaking your own high standards, they're not going to try to, convince you otherwise of your standards. So, how to not be insecure when dating a rich man. You are from poor family. You real men care. Do real men care if the girl is from poor family? I don't think so. Like, I don't know where you live if they do or not. But for us over here in America, as long as you look good and other men think that you look good, you're the prize. You're the arm candy. Men want you on their arm. You're the trophy wife. So if you look good, they don't really care where you came from. I mean, if a man has a lot of money and he sees a beautiful woman, do you think he cares that her family's poor? Or does he just want the beautiful woman? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Gotta look good, ma'am. Your beauty is the equivalent to money. So make sure you're rich in how good you look. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Thank you. Okay. And also, y'all need to realize also, if you really like a man and he likes you more, he will not try to get you to bend your standards. That's that's a red flag that he doesn't like you as much, because this is what he's saying. You're not good enough for me to meet these standards. How can I get you to lower them? So he doesn't respect you or like you enough to be even excited at a chance to meet the standards in the first place. Like, dude, you have a chance to meet my standards. If you're gonna complain about it or try to change them, then you're not the one. Okay. So remember, when you give a guy a chance to meet your standards, if they don't happily accept those challenges and those standards and they try to change them or compromise them, they're not the one. Okay. They just not. They not and they not. Because that will be how everything is in that relationship if you should get into one. They're always going to try to change your mind, change what you do. They're always going to be putting their 2 cents in that, trying to make you accept less or something that you don't want. And that's a miserable life. So if they're not happy or excited to meet them standards, then they're not the one. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, what would a high standard woman do if she was getting bullied at work by other women? First of all, if you were high standard, you wouldn't be getting bullied. That's number one. And because your standards would be too high to be dealing with those women. You would just simply ignore them as if they were children. You would take the mother role and you would start acting holier than thou. Okay. Whenever you want to put people in their place, take the higher perspective. Become the mother and put them back in their place. You know, for example, if people are bullying you at work and stuff like that, always go with the higher roles. Like, I can't believe that people are raising their children like this still. I mean, y'all are too old or too mature looking to be acting this way. Like, literally. Don't you have any proper manners and upbringing? You know, and then to continue to act bougie and put in your earbuds and continue to ignore them. You know, you got to take the mother role. Like, this is ridiculous. Y'all are too old to be acting this way. Let me put in my earbuds. You go bully someone else, like, literally. Go project somewhere else, ma'am. They're like, what? What do you mean? Go project somewhere else. Don't take it, ma'am. If you're a high standard, you don't even take it. You just tell them how it is and roll your eyes at them and point them to another direction. Okay? You just don't deal with them. Okay. Hmm. You said they always act confused. Exactly. Like, there's nothing confusing about being the type of person you are. You know, if you're just projecting, go talk to somebody about it in therapy. I'm sorry. Don't take it out over here. That's all you got to do. Put them in their place, call them out, talk loud in front of other people, and they'll just leave you alone because they don't want that embarrassment again. Okay. What are your co-parenting tips with a dusty? Girl, find another man with more money, and hopefully if the child is older, like, don't bring them around your kid, but just, you know, if your kids are in school, date during the day. When they're at school, you got 8 hours to find you somebody with more money, or at least somebody that's going to fund you, because if your dusty is unable to, somebody else can. Also, your dusty should be on child support for sure, for sure. All right. I don't deal with dust, so I don't know. I'm just telling y'all the obvious. Okay. Okay, you recently got engaged, Ellie, to someone 20 years older than you, and he spoils you. Good for you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Girl Bye says, how to get a little spending money from men. I'm too young, 21. They don't take me seriously, and I have too little money, time to do rich activities. Okay. You got to get you an older man, maybe not super old because you're only 21. So a super older man won't take you as seriously as a slightly older man. So you need someone that still wants to be 20, but still can't impress any women his own age. So you probably should date in the 40s. A 40 something year old man will be able to take you to Forever 21 and spend some money. But because he wants to be young again and he wants to date the 20 somethings, now he has a little change to impress them. You know what I'm saying? So you want to go for somebody in their 40s if you're that young. Okay. And no, they're not going to take you seriously because they're just entering their 40s. So early 40s are going to be your best bet. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Early 40s is going to be your best bet if you're 20 something, 21, 23 and under. Early 40s are going to spend. Okay. Um, and you know, if you look younger, that's good too if you're in your mid 20s, but in your mid 20s, you should literally be going for a bigger bag anyway. So find someone with a bigger bag. All right. So what do you think about 40-year-old man who get engaged with women they live with for 3 years with a baby and building a baby with? Should you go for it high income earner? Okay. So it's a 40-year-old something dude engaged who has a baby that lives with her um in the same place. Should you go for him? He's a high income earner. Okay. How much is he earning? And are you just going to date him for his money? Because obviously he's going to date someone. If it's not you, it's going to be someone else. So my question is, how much money is he willing to give you to make it worth it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. How much money is it? A lot? Okay. Is it enough to solve your problems and start a business? Is it enough to elevate you to the next level? Then go for it, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why not? It's gonna be somebody else if it ain't you. You take the opportunity because he'll be out there on to the next chick trying to give her your money. He's gonna do it to somebody. So get the money. All right. Problem is building a business with the woman he engaged with. Okay, so he's using her money to give you money. Well, he's gonna do it to somebody. But the point is, you're not interested in him long term. You're just interested in the money. So just, you know, understand he's gonna do it to he's gonna give the money to somebody else if it's not you. All right. Just understand that. None of that stuff matters because you're not gonna be in his main life. You're just there to collect. Remember that. Who care? Like, it's gonna be someone else if it's not you. Just think about it. Hmm. That's so sad. He's engaged and he has a new baby. He's already cheating. Ma'am, these are men we're talking about. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. So someone needs to profit off of it because they're gonna be giving their money to somebody. We're in the real world over here. We're realistic. We understand you can't change people. They got to change themselves. But until then, collect what they're going to give you because whatever money he's willing to give her could literally change her life for the better. Okay, so we gotta understand that it could literally change her entire life, allowing her to, more freedom, more time. She could start her own business with whatever money, invest, whatever. But she needs to understand that, like, should you turn this? Should you turn this into a wife thing though? Because he's not happy. No, ma'am. Get the money only. He's not leaving the business deal. That's a business deal. It's not a wife thing. Okay. Otherwise, he wouldn't be going into business with her if he was happy. If he wasn't happy, he's lying to you. First of all, men who are trapped, and he might even be married. He might have just said engaged to give you false hope. But who knows? That man is trapped financially. Just get his money. All right. He's going to tell you he's not happy, so you'll deal with him. It doesn't matter if he's happy or not. If you had two, you'd be happy too. If you had a business, a new baby, or a fiance and a girlfriend, how unhappy could you be? Think about it. Okay. He's happy. He's probably happier than most men. So just get his money. You said she might end up saving their marriage. Exactly. You never know these days. Said cheaper to keep her. Exactly. Y'all don't realize some people's marriages are saved by the men or the woman cheating because if they can't get what they really want, they're going to go uh, find it somewhere else. And if it means having to break off all ties with the husband or the wife to go find their happiness, a lot of times people are selfish and will go do it. But if they don't have to cut it off and they could still go find their, side piece or happiness somewhere else temporarily, it could literally keep their marriage together. So who knows, you know? You said you trapped your man. Okay. It's not crazy. It's just the truth. I know it's not morally looked upon as something that most people want to do, but that is many people's situations. We're not here trying to make the world a better place. The best way to make a world a better place is to get what you want and then you make it a better place. But as far as men are concerned, those men took vows or they are with women, that's their problem. It's not yours. Okay. Y'all got to stop blaming the woman for everything. Like I said, that's the man that's reaching out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And he's going to reach out to another chick if it ain't her. So you might as well get the money. Mm-hmm. Um, you said men will be men, but your money will not. Exactly. Your money look hot. Get your money and look hot. Exactly. Now, let me tell y'all ladies something. It's gonna, like, if you're new to my channel, it's gonna take you a second to understand what I'm saying because society brainwashes women to think everything is their fault or they shouldn't do this or they should do that. But they never reprimand the man for stepping outside of his marriage, breaking his vows, doing his woman wrong. It's always every woman's responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It's not our responsibility. We just there to collect the money and be out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That man's vows is not our responsibility. That man's commitment to her is not our responsibility. It is his. And so we have to start learning that and stop blaming women. It's literally not us. We just got to take the money and build ourselves and collect it and move along. They could just be one of the many in the roster. Okay. Women are brainwashed to accept the blame for other people's crap. Exactly. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to take the money and be out. Okay. Because if you do that, you're not emotionally attached to anyone. You're not trying to bring on someone else's problems. You're just there to get the money. Just like the man is there to get what he's getting from you. All right. Except when he leaves with less money. When you leave with more money. You know what I'm saying? And a business, perhaps, and investments. Mm-hmm. You said men that cheat will discuss you. All men cheat, ma'am. Maybe they didn't cheat with you, or you don't know that they're cheating, but some men can literally lie to you and tell you they're single, and you will deal with them because you don't know any better. Because a lot of women say the same thing, and then they come back in my comments 2 weeks later talking about he lied about being married. I just found out. What do I do? You just get their money, ma'am, because all men are going to cheat. Just get their money. You can't tell if a man is a cheater or not. He could cheat before, after, during. He could be lying and saying he's single. You never know. Okay. That's not our job either, to be no detectives. Just collect the money. Okay. He said they all look like cheaters to me. Exactly. So just collect the money from them. You might as well because they're not going to act right anyway. What's crazy and hilarious is they don't even meet those high standards. Okay. What do you think of dating a man that don't reach your standards just to practice your seduction game? Okay. I think you're young. And a lot, it's okay because young women do need to practice their seduction game. But as long as he's generous and providing, and you're not reaching in your purse and you have several on the roster, I don't, that's not a problem for me, but you need to keep your options open. You know what I'm saying? Because I think younger women do need to understand their power. And so if you're practicing, then make sure he has money though. He might not be as rich as you'd like or meet all your high standards, but don't get pregnant by him and have several other ones on the roster if you're young and just practicing. But once you know who you are and once you understand seduction and you don't need to practice anymore, don't deal with anyone who's not going to reach your high standards. I really don't feel like practicing with someone if they don't have what you want, mostly they don't meet most of them standards, your practicing is in vain because you're practicing on the wrong type of man. First of all, a man that won't reach your standards. So it's not even going to work out if it's a totally different type of man that you have to learn how to seduce. So it may not even work for you. He may think he's winning by getting with you after you've lowered your standards. Okay. He said a guy was taking you shopping tomorrow. He's asking for alone time after I said I don't know you well enough yet. So he said he doesn't know me well enough to spend on me then. Okay, BB6. Well, I'm so sorry that's how you view women. Okay, so just say this. Well, I'm so sorry that's how you view women. I didn't know that you were expecting anything in return. I just thought you were being a gentleman and being kind because many men have taken me shopping before and they didn't expect anything in return. So, but they had more money than you. That's what you need to tell them. It's like, but they had more money than you. Basically, you're going to bruise his ego by telling him that you don't do that. You've been shopping before with other guys. They never wanted nothing in return, but they had more money than him. So you understand. Goodbye. All right. That's usually what it is anyway. You say if you stack your, okay, Coco says if you stack your roster, you'll have less complaints. That's true. You're like, okay, don't worry. I have plans for tomorrow anyway. Don't worry about it. Go on shopping with somebody else or go to brunch. Go do something. But don't ever when one cancels, always have a backup. Okay. Rich guys at work, but work policy won't allow. Do I still try? No, honestly, I don't think people want to compromise their career unless they're willing to tell you you don't have to work anymore if you end up with them. So, yeah. But just in case you quit and work somewhere else, you should get in good with them so that you all can date if someone should lose their job or quit or get, transferred somewhere else. Oh, thank you, Princess KJ. He's been providing and kind. It's been a few months. He wants to go to his house instead of an Airbnb. I find it strange. What do you think? Okay, it's been a few months. He want to go to his house instead of an Airbnb. I find it strange. Okay, I don't know what that means. Like, are y'all supposed to go on a vacation or something? He wants you to go to his house instead of an Airbnb. Okay. Does he have a mansion? Is it like a really nice house? Is he trying to show it off? Has he been paying your bills? Has he been giving you money? Has he been providing for you? What makes him think that you should go over his house? That's my question because I can't answer that if I don't know more detail. So I'm not going over some man's house that is not paying all these bills, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Mm-hmm. How many times should you communicate your standards before ignoring him? Um, well, when you communicate your standards, make eye contact, that will ensure that he is supposed to be listening to you and what you're saying is important. Um, if he tries to bend them more than 3 times, I think that's a good number to dismiss. Dismiss him after the third time. He doesn't understand. And tell him why you're dismissing him. It's like, I don't think this is going to work out because you're obviously unable to meet my standards. So, you know, bye. Think I missed a super chat. Hold on, I'm sorry. I think I got them all now. Okay, I see one that I didn't get. Okay. The peculiar princess says she blocked him after he canceled 2 dates and he sent $300 spa gift card after. I can't remember his number and he also lives out of state. What should I do? Use that spa gift card and enjoy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He lives out of state anyway, girl. He's probably married. He probably got a girlfriend. He probably just wanted to see you a couple times and it wasn't going to go any further anyway. Just be happy you got the little card. Next on the roster. Yes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He probably has your number. So if he wants to call you, he will. Mhm. You said he's obsessed with you going to his house. He probably got hidden cameras up in there, girl. Be obsessed with him paying all your bills. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Be obsessed with that. He can be obsessed all he wants. As long as he's obsessed about paying them bills, that's what you going really need him to be doing. Okay. You don't know what's up in his house waiting for you, girl. Just get the money. Like, no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I don't feel comfortable going over your house. You haven't even paid none of my bills. And you said it's been months. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. You said you're 20 and you want to start liking what? And you want to start liking not getting dogged out by these boys. Okay, you just moved to Houston and started school, but I want to reinvent myself. I really need advice on kind of lost Loki. Okay. You got to level yourself up mentally to not take anybody seriously. That's not about giving you what you want. Okay? Everybody is dismissed if they cannot give you what you want. Just like that lady all over the internet talking about in Pakistan, she need this and she need that. That has to be you. Okay. Because that's what having high standards are. You said what you said. If they can't give you what you want, move out of the way. You have to have that mentality with everyone because that's how they're going to start treating you after a while. After they see who you are, not to be played with, then only people that are serious are going to approach. Only people that have what you want are going to approach. But it has to be known if you're going to reinvent yourself, you need to reinvent yourself mentally by only accepting that which is beneficial to you. Only. That's it. Nothing else. Period. Nothing else. If you accept anything else, people are watching you accept less. And they're going to offer you less the next time they see you. So totally reinvent your attitude towards anybody. Okay. Someone says that y'all aren't dating old enough. You don't have to touch them if they're super old. Okay. Yeah. Yep. You said the lady in Pakistan got the money. I know she did. All you gotta do is stand on business these days to say what you want. Somebody gonna get it to you. Somebody gonna get it to you. Okay. I promise you. If she's bold and brave enough to do that, Y'all too scared to ask these men for what you want. It's not their problem, it's yours. For real. You said invite her to my live stream. I think she can have her own live stream now. Okay. Are men more intrigued when you don't sleep with them? Yes, because they're gonna chase you, and they may go sleep with another chick, and after they get her, they're gonna come back and chase you some more. So the more they want it, the more they're gonna chase you. The more they're gonna give into what you want because now it's a challenge. But a lot of women don't realize this. If you're not in a relationship with somebody and you haven't slept with them yet, and you're just in the dating phase, you cannot be treating them like they're your man paying bills. Okay. If you're not sleeping with them, you can't be a concern for if they're sleeping with somebody, if you're not sleeping with them. Get it? In the beginning. Because if you're not willing to give it to them and they're used to getting it all the time, let them go get it from the pygmy chick down the street who they don't even want. All right. And then they'll be right back to you with your money, with your demands, with taking you out, taking you shopping because you're not giving it up. And if they just want some to want some, they can go get some for free from Pygmisha and them. You see? So you have to stand on business. You have to be understanding that a man is going to do what a man is going to do. It's not really your man yet if you're not even in a relationship. If you haven't even slept with him yet, that ain't even your man. You know? That's just somebody who's trying to get to you. And the longer you make him wait, the more money you make him spend, the more he's going to chase after it. All right. Some of y'all's little feelings be hurt because you're trying to get this man who is used to sleeping with women every week or every couple of days to hold off until he can afford to pay all your bills and this and that. He might not ever even plan to pay them bills, you know? So go let him sleep with somebody else and continue to save his money so he can give it to you and chase you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I used to run into this so much. Like these, when I used to do consultations back in the day, I don't do them no more. But women would always ask me, "Well, what if I'm dating someone and they want to sleep with me, but I tell them no, and then they leave the date early or they don't answer after the date?" I said, "They're probably sleeping with Pygmisha." Well, why do they call me back? Or why do they ask me out on the end of the date? Because you haven't given it up to them. That's why. Let them go have Pygmisha for free. That's what she is. That's what her standards allow, and yours don't. So you got to understand. Okay, unbeknownst to me, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. You say he used black magic on you. How to stop it, girl? You got some magic of your own. Use that on somebody else. All right. You said black magic is crazy, ma'am. I feel like, in my honest opinion, I feel that women is much more powerful. So know who you are. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, just know thyself and you'll understand. You said, why do Pygmisha men mess men up? Because they're desperate. That's why I said in the beginning of this video, women should never do anything in a desperate state. If you're desperate, you shouldn't even be dating. If you're desperate, you shouldn't even be looking for a man. If you're desperate, you shouldn't even deal with men. You need to have several on your roster, high standards, and only deal with men who are beneficial. That's going to keep you where you need to be. Okay. Pygmisha mess everything up because they're too desperate. They're too needy. They need validation, whatever, you know, and that's why they get discarded so easily. So once they figure that out and clean themselves up and do better and have higher standards, they won't be Pygmishas anymore. Okay. But until then, if a man needs a pick-me-shit, let him have one. Who cares? That ain't you. You're not giving up nothing for free. Oh, Miranda, sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you move in with a dusty, lives in rich area to live rent free and freestyle there? Your second option is your parents, but they live far from rich area. As long as you don't have to pay for no rent. You said rent free. Okay, he just providing you with a place to stay. Are you able to go and? Okay, well I mean, I don't. You sound very young, and you said he's a dusty, but he lives in the rich area, so it's beneficial for you. Um, don't get pregnant. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't believe in laying down with nothing broke. So honestly, my answer would be no, because you could just end up being his dusty, girlfriend or dusty baby mama eventually if you're sleeping with him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, the peculiar princess, thank you. A millionaire gave me his number and asked me to come to his hotel. Should I block him? Does he see me as a picnic? Yes, ma'am. He sees you as an escort. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You should literally be appalled and tell him, well, where did you meet him? That's number one. Did you meet him in a hotel? I don't know where you met him at for him to think that, but yeah, he thinks you're an escort. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. A dusty will make you homeless. Never live with a dusty. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's true. Don't deal with no dust, especially if you're sleeping with them. You said, why do men know that you have high standards and still try to treat you like a pick me? Because they want to lower your standards so they have a chance at you because they're not going to meet them. Okay. Is it a pick me move to give a guy your number before he asks? Yes, ma'am, it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some women are so ingrained with masculinity and pick me that they don't even know that they're being that. If you're doing more, if you're doing the most, if you're pushing yourself towards somebody, that's very masculine pick me. Okay. The man is the pursuer. He comes to you. He chases you. That's how you know he likes you more. And when he likes you more, you get more. You understand? So we don't chase, we attract. And if they're attracted to you, it's going to be a better relationship. It's going to be easier to get stuff from them and everything. You said, why are so many women try to sneak and deal with dusty still? Because they need that dusty validation that they can't get anywhere else. Because they're not putting in the work to deal with themselves enough to attract a higher caliber of man. So in the meantime, they want to deal with dust. I think it's better to be smart and deal with men that like you way more. And in between, you need to be leveling yourself up instead of looking for dusty validation. Okay. So you don't know what you want. Well, you better start figuring it out. A lot of women figure out what they want when they date what they don't want. So a lot of women who have dated dusties know what they absolutely don't want, and they just find something that's not that. You don't want nothing broke, I'm gonna tell you that. Okay. You said, how do you put in the work? How do we level up ourselves physically? By getting up every day and working towards it, whatever it is. You can have this exercise that me and my daughters do. We ask each other honestly, what can I improve upon physically? And we'll tell each other the truth, and we're going to go work on that. So ask someone you trust, and y'all can just make it a weekly or a monthly thing and say, okay, what is it this month can I improve on as far as looks or physical? And they're going to tell you, and you're going to tell them, and y'all can work on it. So work on yourself and get someone's honest opinion, because I think a lot of people need an honest opinion every now and then about how they can improve on themselves by someone you trust. Thank you, Lena. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't know what you want for Valentine's Day. Any ideas what to ask for us? Well, Valentine's Day, unless you're like, in my opinion, Valentine's Day is not a day to get like major things. It's a cute little holiday, and yeah, you can get a cute little piece of jewelry, some chocolates, whatever. It's not a major holiday. So like for giant gifts. So some a nice piece of jewelry. It doesn't have to break the bank, but it has to be nice enough to not be embarrassed to wear. You know what I'm saying? Um, sprinkle, sprinkle. So ask for jewelry, chocolate, jewelry, roses, their norm. Yes. You said forever roses are the best. Yes, I have forever roses back there on my little love seat right there. And they last a long time. Those are good gift options that you can ask for too. You said, what about an iPad? Is that romantic enough for Valentine's Day? You can get that for your birthday. But a romantic gift for Valentine's Day is supposed to make you feel closer to whoever it is. So it's also part of the brainwashing when you get them to like you a lot more. They got to buy you something sentimental and special. So every time they see you wearing it or whatever, they think, I got her that because I got her that on Valentine's Day because I love her so much. Not some dang iPad that you're ignoring them on. You know what I mean? So get a romantic gift, not no ticking. Okay, say that for your birthday. Okay. And there's just something about when a man goes somewhere to purchase roses or flowers or jewelry that also is the experience you're putting him through. But if you just tell him you want an iPad, that's not an experience. Okay. Let him go and look at all the other men buying stuff for their wives or their girlfriend. Let him go experience it, what it feels like to be a romantic guy. Let him do all of that and bring you them flowers, gifts, chocolates, and jewelry. Let him go put himself through that so he understands why he's doing that for you. So it's also part of the process, the Valentine's Day process, to get the man to get up and go do something romantic. hmm You're 24 and you want a child-free lifestyle. Do you think you will find a husband? Yes, if you marry someone older who already got grown children. Okay, so you're 24. Okay, that's good. You should aim for somebody that's already got kids, and they won't want anymore. Probably someone who is on, divorced or their kids are grown. So you'd have to date someone like in their 50s, probably late 40s to 50s. Their kids will probably be grown by then. Oh, thank you, Nova. Thank you, Shira. Your sugar daddy, something your number to 3K because he thought I would change my mind. All is mental, all is mine. Okay, so he gave you way more money, Nova. All right, girl, good for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle, get your money. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, as an empathetic person, how can you have a roster without attachment? The same way you can have two jobs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, BB. Hello there. You look fabulous today. Thank you, Miss BB. You have to separate your emotions from what you're doing. Are you there for the man or are you there for yourself? If you empathize with yourself, then you won't get attached emotionally to him. So go in there only thinking of you. You're only there to improve your life, to get what you want. Stop being empathetic towards other people and be more empathetic towards yourself. That's how you don't get attached. Okay. Treat it like a job and put the empathy towards yourself, not to the other person. Okay. if you have problems. All right. Make sure your acting skills are on point, though. Hmm. You said, how did they have make dating more than one guy at a time fun and not exhausting? Date them for different reasons. Okay. Have fun plans. Tell them I'm not going out with you unless your plans are fun. And that way, every time you get up to get dressed to go somewhere, you know you're getting ready to go do something exciting or fun. Okay. If you go to dinner every night with one person or every couple of days with one person, don't go to dinner with the next dude you're dating. Have strictly entertainment dates. Go to shows. You see, you that concert dude, live music concert dude, play Broadway dude, and you got dinner dude. So tell them what you like. If you're having dinner with one dude, tell the other dude you don't like dinner, you like shows and entertainment. You got another dude, tell him you love exclusive restaurants. That's dinner dude. You like vacation dude? I like day trips, weekend trips, exotic trips. Have trip dude. Okay, your life will be super fun. You'll get to experience everything with different dudes and have it all paid for. Okay, you know why? It's fun if you set the tone. You tell them what you want. You tell them what you want. Don't do the same thing with all of them. That's boring. So with one person, and also, if you want to make it even more exciting, have a different persona or a different look for each dude. You know, okay, one dude you could dress femme fatale. Next dude you could dress all like super feminine and girly. The next dude you could dress like some a mix of in between. I don't know, but have fun with it. Have your different wardrobes and spin the roster. Okay, you went to a friendly hangout last night and paid for what? Paid for your drink. I feel like a pick me. Okay, that's why you don't go out to friendly hangouts with men because it looks like you're on a date and that you just paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Even if you're on a friendly hangout with a man, they're supposed to pay because it looks like you're their woman. Okay. I would literally say, well, if they say, hey, do you want to hang out? Then say, are you buying? You remember how they used to do in the old days? Like, oh, you want to go for a drink? Are you buying? That's all you have to say. You don't say yes or no. You said, are you buying? Then that way they know they're finna pay. It's like, oh, we should go have drinks. Oh, okay, that's a really good idea. Are you buying? Don't ever just go in there and think they're gonna pay for you. You tell them in advance. That way, it's like, oh no, I don't have it. It's like, oh, okay, we'll have fun. Bye. Thank you, Shishi. Birth control is so cheap. Many options don't get tied down. Exactly. Yeah. Stop getting pregnant by dust. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can literally go get birth control cheap or free. That's true. Okay. Okay. You said we'll not have male friends. You're not supposed to have male friends because to everyone else, it looks like you're a pick me. The only time you have male friends is if they're paying. Those are dudes in the bleachers waiting for you to actually like them as a more than a friend. So they're obviously supposed to pay. Okay. Mhm. Pick me sit around being friends with men. Okay, yeah. It's not it's not the dynamic. Like you can be friends with a guy on the phone, online, but when it goes out into the real world, he's supposed to pay. That's a gentleman. No matter if you're his friend or his girlfriend. When you step out with a woman and you're a man, it is manners to pay. It's manners. Also, because to everyone else, it looks like you're together. And to save your reputation as a woman, that's not a pygmy show. The man's supposed to pay. Okay? Because someone could be sitting there and it's like, oh, that's a nice looking couple. And then you reach to pay for your stuff. They're like, oh, I guess she's the breadwinner. Or I guess he's a dusty. Or I guess she's a pygmy. Or I guess she likes him more than he likes her. You know, people are sitting there looking and saying, you don't love yourself. Even though they have no idea that that's just your friend. That's why it's always polite for the man to pay no matter what, even if it's just friends. Okay. Literally. You said you have a male friend that pays for everything, even trips, and never asks for nothing. That's right. If they have it, they'll give it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because a lot of people don't realize that. It makes the woman look bad, even if that's just her friend. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said even your gay friends pay. I know that's right. So sprinkle, sprinkle. Always get your money, even if it's just a friendly outing. They have to pay. Hold on. A guy said he likes short skirts. I said, I need your card to buy some. And he said, okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, I'm glad you said okay and got that money, man. What do you think about the far right using this ideology for their gain? I don't even know what you're talking about. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What about if you're out in a group, who pays? Um, is it a group of women? Are you talking more to a man than you are the girls in the group? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I feel like I don't know. If I'm going out in a group, I'm not going to be hanging around a guy in the group. I'm going to be hanging out with the girls in the group because it's going to look like if I pull out my wallet, if they don't try to stop me, it's going to look like I'm a pygmy. So I'm only going to be hanging around the girls in the group, not the guy. If you reach in your wallet to pay in a group, make sure you're hanging around the girls in the group and not the dudes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tyra. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, what is your take on a meeting? Should it be coffee? Only if you don't value yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The reason why I say that, okay, let me give you a good example. If you meet for coffee, you're getting dressed to go sip bean juice. All right. You are literally getting dressed to go drink bean juice to see if he likes you or not. To sit up there and let a man judge you to whether he likes you enough to say that you deserve a full meal. So, in my opinion, I'm not getting out the bed for no dang coffee unless it's from my own coffee pot or from the drive-through where after I drop my kids off to school. I'm not finna get up and meet no grown, able-bodied man at a dang coffee shop to sit down and sip bean juice after I did all of this to myself. Heck no. Y'all can have that. You might as well just FaceTime them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If he ain't trying to impress me, it's not like that's how y'all need to start thinking, ladies. If men aren't trying to impress you, wrong one. That means they're never going to start to try to impress you. Oh, let's meet for coffee so I can not impress you. Goodbye. That's what he's telling you. I don't need to impress you. I don't want to impress you. Come drink this bean juice with me so I can see if I like you enough to see if you're worthy for dinner. No thanks. I'm too good for that. Goodbye. Or if you really want to be smart, you can say, well, they have coffee at every restaurant. It's on every menu. I've seen it. You just have to have some coffee. They have coffee on every menu. All right. What if a dusty asks you to pay for their coffee? We won't be meeting for coffee, so it will never happen. They would never ask me anything like in that manner. That's something only Pick Misha is familiar with. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said it's low effort and they're really not interested. Exactly. Like, I'm not getting ready to do this if you ain't getting ready to do this. If a woman will literally take an hour or longer to get ready to impress a man, and they just gonna take her for some bean juice. Goodbye. They don't like you enough. Hmm. You can get coffee at the bank for free. Go in your bank, sit down like you're gonna meet with somebody, and they're like, "Hey, would you like some coffee or water?" You can get coffee for free. You can get coffee for free in a lot of places. So I don't think so. You can get free coffee at the car dealership. You can get free coffee at the bank. You can get free coffee in the hospital, doctor's office, sometimes, depending on what type of doctor. You can get free coffee so many places. So for a man to make a date for coffee is not impressive. Okay. You said at the paint store. Okay. The nail shop got free champagne and wine. I know, right? Like, ma'am, you go get your nails done, they gonna offer you more than some dang coffee. Thank you. You're at work, just drop it in, say you look gorgeous. Thank you, Kayla. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Trader Joe's does have that free coffee. I know a lot of guys depend on that coffee date so they don't have to spend money to impress a girl. But let me tell you, ma'am, if they're going to waste your time and energy, they better be spending more than some coffee money. Okay. You said the drinks at the nail shop are so strong. Okay. But if you want to be evil or nice, nasty, this is what you can do. You could say, I would love to get coffee with you. I know this really good coffee place. It's not very expensive at all. I'm gonna text you the address. And then when he puts it into his GPS, it's gonna take him to the bank. This is a bank. I know they give free coffee and they have an ATM. So maybe we can go shopping after you have your coffee. Just hit that ATM up and let's go. And y'all know some men will find it hilarious and just go get you some money out the ATM machine. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you said ha ha ha. So having your high standards means no coffee dates. Period. Unless he owned the coffee shop, ma'am. Is this your coffee shop? You own this? Can you go on the register, just take the money? Okay, then no, I ain't doing it. Mm-hmm. You said what other dates? Anything outside that is free. Anything outside that's free is dates that you should avoid. Walking around the park. Anything that's free, avoid. Okay. Especially if you're just getting to know someone because they're not trying to impress you. Someone said no walking dates, no beach dates. Mm-mm. Yeah, beach dates, terrible. Those are the type of dates you go on after he's already paying bills and y'all live together and y'all just trying to find something romantic to do to connect. That's not no first date, no second date. Trying to impress. That's not. Okay. Keep leveling up. Don't accept free dates. You found out from Chat GPT that we aren't meant to work biological. We are talking 10 to 15 years off our life. Oh, taking 10 to 15 years off your lifespan by not being a housewife. Crazy. Thank you, Leia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I feel like that's true. Like women shouldn't literally be working unless they can do something very easy. Because think about it, if you're a woman and you go out to work, you still got to come home and work. So it's like you literally have two jobs, especially if you have kids. So you definitely shouldn't be working two jobs if you're coming home to work. Hmm. You said narcissistic men. I don't know them. Only victims meet narcissistic men. If you have victim written across your forehead, you're going to date narcissistic men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. So your energy always encourages alignment. Exactly. If you're easily persuaded, if you have low self-esteem, if you're a victim mentality, you're going to literally attract a narcissist to you because that's what they're looking for. If you are, think about this. I'm going to keep using this lady because she's hilarious. The lady that's talking about she's from Pakistan and she need her money. Do you think a narcissistic man could literally date her? Do you think a narcissistic man would be attracted to her? Do you think a narcissistic man would even try with her? No, because she doesn't have victim written on her head like a lot of the ladies do. So it's literally the women who are attracting these narcissists because they look like they can easily be gotten, easily be fooled, easily be persuaded, easily eager to people please. When you're a people pleaser, anybody can take advantage of you. Stop being a people pleaser. Stop being nice. You won't attract narcissists. Okay. She says she is the narcissist. Exactly. Learn from her. Don't be the victim. If you got to be anything, choose the other thing. If not, at least act like a narcissist to keep narcissist people away from you. Okay. And don't be a people pleaser. Those are the worst ones. She's getting to her bag. She got a team. So that's another thing. Having high standards also means not being a people pleaser either. Just because they can't meet your standards and you want to somehow, for some strange reason, please them by lowering your standards. That's the stupidest thing you could do. You know, don't be a people pleaser. Be smart and keep your standards high. Because do you know that some people thrive, especially men, thrive on women, especially being people pleasers? Is literally studied that women are people pleasers more often than anyone else. And so if you suggest something to a woman or you suggest something and you try to change someone's mind about something, it's easier to target a woman because we're natural people pleasers. So you can't be a people pleaser all the time. You got to say no and mean it. You're like, no, I don't think so. Do you have another suggestion? Like move on quickly. Don't sit there and let them try to compromise or discuss your standards. Just say, no, I don't think so, but let me know when you can. I say, no, I don't think so. I don't think this is going to work. Don't say, well, is there another option? Unless it's a higher standard than the one you already put down. It's like, okay, well, I only accept dates from men who are taking me somewhere like very nice. Oh, well, what do you think about this place? Is that very nice to you? Because it's not to me. Then suggest a really nice place. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said, you can stop being a victim today. That's right, Danny. Just stop it. It's that easy. Just don't take no BS and don't be a people pleaser and you'll be good. You will never run into a narcissist ever again in your life if you stop people pleasing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is that how to make him keep spending after he spent so much and started complaining about it? Um, like if he doesn't have the money, then you shouldn't be trying to get him. You should be using another dude on your roster. Let that one catch up on his credit card bills because a lot of you ladies don't realize some of these guys don't have what they say that they have. And that's why they be complaining and getting mad. If you don't know, the truth about his money and how much he really has. I mean, a lot of guys be complaining about it because they don't really have it. So you got to find out if they really got it or not. So I would say find that out first. And if they really, really got it, then just laugh at them and think that it's funny because they got it like that. Just like, oh, you're so funny. That's so cute. Anyway, I still want it. See, it's not funny if they don't got it, but it is funny if they do got it. That way they can't be mad at you because they know they got it. Thank you, Resi K. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Resi K. Thank you. Okay, Shira, do you get a commission from Hope? You want to support you and give you? Yeah, if you put in my code Shira after you buy the whole cosmetics, I did link it at the top. Let me see. I'm gonna link it again. I'm gonna put my code in there. It's just Shira, all caps, and I get a little commission. Yeah, go ahead, sprinkle, sprinkle. I have mine right here. I got the big bottle. This is the Liquid Finesse, and it matches my outfit today. So can't go wrong with this. This attracts men. It makes people treat you nicer. It allows people to be more talkative to you. You're easily able to get your way. So you can wear it around anybody, and it'll just make them all nicer to you and want to yield to you and give you your way, basically. So if you're gonna ask a man for some money, you definitely should get the Liquid Finesse by Ho Cosmetics. And also they have one called Press Him, which makes him feel like he's falling in love with you. You should also get that one. And keep some on you and just spray it when you get close by him. Not around no other dusties though. Not around no dust. Okay? Just when you're close to the guy that you are trying to seduce or get your way with. Spray that on. Or if you're like Liquid Finesse, you could pretty much wear it anywhere, but Press Him, it needs to be around the guy only. But Liquid Finesse works on everybody. So it's just called Liquid Finesse because it helps you finesse your life easier. Oh, thank you, Valeria. What about meeting with men in real estate industry to excel? That's how they network. I want to excel in my career. I need the exposure. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But what if something goes wrong? Then it could ruin your career. You know, I don't think mixing business with pleasure, especially in a career where you could be ruined by reputation, is not a good idea. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like it's not going to be a problem, then you can date whoever you want, as long as they got money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know it always seems like a good idea to date in the business that you're in, but it's usually not, because if something goes wrong, then people can start lying. People can ruin your reputation. People can do this. People can do that. And you don't want that. Okay. Find another place to network that is not in the same business. They have different networking events for different types of businesses, for different industries and all that. To get a rich man who can feed your business by having friends who want to buy houses or investment properties. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's true. You need to get in the rooms with more money, with buyers, not sellers. You said it's a global company. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't work for corporate America. I don't work for businesses. I don't work for companies. So I don't know how any of that works. I don't know. But I'm not getting ready to mix business with pleasure. That's all I know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless, you know what I'm saying? You said block somebody, they're dusty. Girl, they're already blocked in life, financially. They're already blocked in life. There's no need to. You said what? His abundance is blocked. Coco Mocha. Okay. All right. Yeah, a lot of broke men project to try to distract you from their brokenness, but it just makes y'all look even more broke. Like guys, we already know y'all's broke. Y'all are mad. You don't need to project it any further. We already know you're unhappy, broke, and ain't got nothing going for yourself. Thanks for sharing. Goodbye. All right. He said he doesn't even go here. They got to project to somebody because ain't nobody listening to them. Don't nobody listen to Dust anyway. They don't take them seriously. They don't even hear what they say most of the time. So I guess just get your money up, Dusty. You'll be all right. Focus on several streams of income. Get you a side hustle. Do something. You just got the liquid finesse. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. You should, like, it really works. Said how to make him want to please you more while texting before you meet him. You got to stroke his ego, make him feel good about himself. You're like, I can't wait to meet you. You are so cool. I can already tell we're gonna be like, you got to tell the story you want to happen. Like y'all, like literally got to finesse these dudes. Y'all, I know we're gonna be so great. Like at least, if not anything, really good friends because I really feel like we click. Just be lying. It's like I really feel like we're gonna be so compatible when we meet. You're already the funniest person that in a long time. You're so refreshing. I really love your style and the way you dress. And you're so smart. Da, 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 da. Just be lying to them left and right. And then you're going to pump their ego and head up so much that when they meet you, they're going to be just so happy to be in your presence so that you can make them feel good like you did on the phone in person. Oh my gosh, I love this outfit you're wearing. You're so stylish. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Um, yes, I could tell we're going to just get along greatly. So how was your day? Da, 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 da. You're literally using the power of suggestion to get them to think exactly what you need him to think. So he can feel the way that he wants to feel good in your presence. And the only way he's going to get that good feeling is only in your presence because no other woman is going to do that. Okay, so just lie to him, tell him what he needs to hear, use power of suggestion, brainwash him into thinking that this y'all are going to be getting along famously and that he's so cool and stylish and smart and you don't even care if this doesn't work out. You still think that you'll be his bestie. Like just own it. That's how you're going to get him. That's how most women get their men. They just lie to them and stroke their ego and make them spend money. All right. You said I missed your super chat. Hold on. What about meeting? I just answered that question. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't mix business with pleasure. Do not mix business with pleasure. That means don't do it. Date other people in different industries because you don't want your career ruined. Okay. I answered that a long time ago. All right. I need to start listening. Is it okay to no. All right. Your side hustle is trading stock. Well, I mean, if it's making you money, man, sprinkle, sprinkle, yes. You said, mm-hmm. Tips on how to deal with postpartum. I don't know. I haven't had a baby in over almost 17 years. My kids are almost grown. Um, so I don't know, because I never had it. I don't know. Ask the one who's dealing with that, because I don't know. Like my life was pretty good. I didn't have to do anything but take care of my kids and shop. Okay. How many dudes should be on your roster? As many as you need. As many as you need. Yes. As many as you need, baby. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-mm. You try to seduce, should you say you miss him and etc. Yeah, lie. Lie, lie, lie. Okay. You said block Jason. Well, they're projecting. We'll block them. Remember, only hit dogs holler. So I mean, a lot of guys are just mad at themselves because they don't have what it takes to reach the standards of a woman. So they just get mad and start spewing out their anger towards everybody. That's okay. They should take that energy and focus it on finding another stream of income, and they'd be better off. Like literally, I don't even know why men don't get this. Like it's the simplest thing. Anyway, you said he's asking me why I'm not complimenting him. Should I start doing it? And you need to stroke their ego, but it doesn't have don't like if they're wanting compliments on how they look, focus more on their skills, like or their sense of humor. So, oh, you're so smart. Oh, you're so funny. Oh, you're so interesting. Because like you don't want to get them hung up on looking for compliments about their appearance. You want them to get compliments about what they can do, you know? Oh, you're such a gentleman. Oh, you're so generous. Oh, you're so funny. Oh, you're so smart. Give them compliments on stuff like that, not looks. Like you can say stylish versus cute or handsome. You can say stylish. That's as far as you go as far as looks. Hmm. You super excited that your phase one elixir will be here Monday. Okay, Ken, thank you for getting that. Yeah, I saw a lot of y'all ordered my elixirs. I hope that y'all are enjoying them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I know they're working because a lot of people have written me and said, oh, they're working so good. Thank you for recommending them. On my Etsy store, I sell my elixirs. It's linked in the description bar, like way down there. And start off with phase one if you're going to start them. It just helps you like get out of your own way, drop bad habits, get more energy, and start like really focusing on your self improvement. It's all natural, like minerals and nanoparticles of different stuff that allows you to think better, think faster, um, remove all the negative stuff that block your thinking to something more positive. And phase two will definitely raise your libido. So be careful. But also have a project to work on that will keep you busy and like wanting to do more. Because I've written like I wrote a lot of books while like taking those elixirs. I got so much accomplished. I started my makeup line. I wrote books. I started like another business while I was all taking those because it allows you to just thrive and do more and focus more on your self improvement. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. What exactly should we openly show we are interested in providers? First or second date, they're supposed to be interested in you. They're supposed to be showing you. They're supposed to be professing to you. You know what I mean? Not the other way around. Okay. They're supposed to be saying, what can I do to make you happy? I really like you. You're the one. Or this was fun. I really want to see more of you. They're supposed to be doing that to you. That means you got to look good and make them feel good about themselves while they're in your presence. So stroke their ego, make them feel like they want to feel like smart, funny, interesting. Um, how y'all click, how y'all gonna get along, and laugh at his dumb jokes and tell him he's silly and like when he makes you smile at him, look in his eyes, all the stuff that they are looking for. That's what you do. That's what you do. Then they'll be obsessed over you. Then they'll want you. Then they'll chase you. Then they're gonna need that feeling from somewhere else, and they're not gonna be able to find it. Only you can give it to them. Okay, and literally, that's from the Art of Seduction. That's just a technique from the Art of Seduction. If y'all have ever read that book, if you haven't, I highly suggest it. It's by Robert Greene. A lot of women don't know how to seduce and get men to long for being in their presence. A lot of women are scared to just say what they want to say or use the power of suggestion to men. They're afraid. I don't know why. If you know it's going to work, you might as well just do it. He said they have it on audiobook on YouTube. Yes, you don't even have to buy the book. If it's on audiobook on YouTube, then get to listening. I don't know. Mhm. He said, you think men like mean women, like nice, nasty, mean? Yes, they do. Because like think about this. If you're too nice and you everything is okay, 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 it's not a challenge. And men don't even feel like men around you. You're just letting them be do whatever they want. You're too much of a people pleaser. Okay. When a woman like actually says something in a nice, nasty way, or it's kind of mean, it means she actually likes that person in order to even give them the time of day to insult them or to try to correct them or to give her opinion. Because most women that don't care or are very nonchalant, they don't even need to be mean. They're just try to keep the peace and be like, okay, well, whatever you say. They don't have an opinion. They're like a little robot. So being nice, nasty, and mean allows a man to feel like you actually are listening to him and actually care to improve the situation. You gotta be mean still. Like, don't be a doormat. Don't be a robot. Be a real person. Hmm. He said, thanks, Shira, for the tips. Your man gave you 10K this morning. How would you flip it? I would embrace it I would embrace it. I would invest it into myself, into my own business, or start another business. Buy some inventory. Um, Save it until you know what you want to do. Or take it to the bank and tell them to invest it in a CD or something. But until you figure out what you want to do with it. And when you figure out the type of business that you want to start, then go ahead and get the inventory for it or the setup for it or buy something. I don't know. Get the website set up. I don't know. But don't do anything until you know exactly what you want to do. And drop ship companies are pretty lucrative because you don't really have to do too much work. All you got to do is set up a Shopify store or whatever store. Take the pictures of the product that they already have, put it on there, and every time they put in an order, it goes straight to the dropship company, and they ship it out to you. or the person. They ship it out to the person. And all you do is collect the amount of money that you collect from whatever you set your price to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, who influenced me? There were no influencers when I was young. There was like, I was on YouTube for 12 years. So it literally had to be people that we actually knew in real life. We couldn't go to YouTube back in the day to look for influencers. We had to look for people in our real lives that were influencers. So I would say my mom and my sister are definitely major influences, because my mom's an entrepreneur and my sister was about her money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, yep. You said I'm an original. Yeah, we used the AOL back in the day. Exactly. I had an AOL email address. That's how old I am. Okay. Is feeling a spark important? It's called infatuation. It's called lust. That spark that you feel is called lust and infatuation. Because think about this. If that man was ugly, would you feel a spark with the ugly man? I'm just asking for those people who don't understand what everything is. Do you ever feel a spark with the ugly man? No. Why? Why you don't feel a spark with ugly people or with people that are not pleasing to the eye? Do they feel a spark with you though? Now you understand where we're going with this, right? All right. So y'all be using all these different words just to say lust. Do you feel lust for them? Are you lustfully attracted to them? Okay, y'all can use the word spark if you want to, but I'm going to tell you what it really is, what you're really trying to say. Are you lustfully attracted to them? Doesn't there have to be lust and attraction? Not on both sides. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. How would you politely tell a man who asks you out for coffee that you'd only do dinner dates? I would say, well, they have coffee at such and such place on the menu. Like after dinner, we could definitely drink coffee. They have cappuccino and, they give you the little beans on it. It's really nice. Tell them that's an after dinner drink. It's like, oh, they have coffee on the menu at such and such place. It's really good too. Like after a full meal, you just get one of those cappuccinos and relax. So that's how you do it. If he's saying coffee, he can't afford dinner. Hmm. You said never counter offered, just decline. So, but if you met him on a dating website, he's just going to go to the next chick and ask her to coffee. But see, when your standards are high, you're going to intrigue him with your high standard of yourself. And sometimes that's all it takes for a man to want you to. You're going to stand out from the chicks that will say yes. You know what I mean? So even though you can decline the coffee date, fine, but you're going to spark a thought in his mind that you're too good for this. And when you say I'm too good for this, I'm too good, it means I'm too good for you. And if a man thinks you're too good for him, and that means you're out of his league, and now all of a sudden he's even more attracted to you. And he may just take you on the dinner date. Or he'll just scroll to the next chick and take her to coffee. Either way, he's still going to get what he wants out of somebody. But at least he'll be paying for a decent dinner if he is going to go out with you. Hmm. What if you are a people pleaser to a guy, but now want him to respect you and get the people pleasing version of you out of his head? Why would you even, okay, so, okay, if you got to stop, you got to turn into a whole nother person slowly, but effectively. So the next time he expects you to say yes to something, say no. And then start telling him this is the new me. It's like, this is the new me. I'm not people pleasing no more. I don't care what you think anymore. This is what I want. Just get a little attitude. It's like, no, that's not going to work out. I don't want this. I want this, not that. I don't care if you want it anymore. You already had your way. Now it's my way. Just say stuff like that. Okay? And they'll feel more obligated to you since you were people pleasing to them for so long. They may feel a little bit of obligation to you. And if they don't, then, they were just taking advantage of it anyway. Taking advantage of you anyway. So let them go. But turn over a whole new leaf and tell them, this is the new me. I'm not people pleasing no more. This is what I want. If you can't do it, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to get it done. Okay. We said lots of girls out there doing coffee dates. I know. Mm-hmm. You see, back in the old days, well, there's still a couple of these bookstores around that have little coffee shops in the bookstore, like Barnes and Nobles. Back in the old days, a man that wanted to take you to coffee would suggest, oh, let's go to Barnes and Nobles. He would buy you a stack of books or CDs or records or vinyls or whatever you got him to buy you at Barnes and Noble. Then y'all would go sit and drink coffee and get like a little pastry at the little Starbucks or the cafe that's in there. You'd have your little bag. He had to take you shopping for books, and he spent some money. That's what they used to do back in the day. You had the bookstore cafe dates were so cool. And they do still, I think Barnes and Nobles are literally revamping themselves to have those cafes in like more open like book areas now that you could do that in. But make sure to hit the register first with them books or whatever you buy, because they have lots of stuff in those bookstores besides books. You can get anything, gifts, home decor. They even have t-shirts and clothes. I don't know. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Been dating for 2 years and he still hasn't come out or mentioned anything about Valentine's Day. 2 years. You're just obsessing and not saying anything. Okay, ma'am. 2 years. You've been dating somebody for 2 years, but they haven't mentioned anything about Valentine's Day. Okay. Maybe they're going to surprise you, or just do what I do. Take a picture of the gift that you want and the link and send it to them in their email or their messenger. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just tell them what you want to do. Sometimes if you've been together with somebody for 2 years, just tell them what you want, ma'am. Okay. Mm-hmm. I thought she meant he had never done anything in 2 years. I misunderstood their question. I thought that it's been 2 years and he's never done anything for her for Valentine's Day. That's what I thought I read. But she's saying that she's been dating a dude for 2 years and he hasn't said anything about Valentine's Day this year. Yeah. So text him the links of the stuff you want him to buy you and possible places you want him to make reservations to, and you got to put the instruction. You got to say, don't forget to make reservations for Valentine's Day dinner, and here are a few gifts that I really like that you could choose from, or buy all of them. Might as well get what you want, right? You said you sent links to jewelry and bouquet ideas. Okay, that's a good idea, Danny, because they may not know where to start, or they may wait till the last minute and then can't get a reservation, because men are dumb like that. A lot of men are stupid. They don't realize that you can't just walk into a restaurant on Valentine's Day and get a seat without waiting forever. They don't know. They're just dumb. So you got to instruct them, especially the young guys. They don't know any better. You got to tell them in advance. Make plans on Valentine's Day. Make reservations, because seating, it will be hard to get. You got to tell them, because they don't know. They're dumb. And once you tell them, then they'll know forever. They'll know forever. So all you got to do is tell them once or twice, and they'll know forever. Okay? Uh-huh. You said a provider stopped providing and said he don't have no money for your B-Day or your Valentine's Day gift. How long you wait? Man, where's the other one on the roster? That's why you need more than one. Go on and call the next one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The other one got it. That's the beauty of having more than one, because you know one got it if one don't. Time to call the other one up on the roster. You're supposed to have 2 or 3, not just depending on one. Think about how dumb you would feel if you didn't have an extra, baby. You better work on it. You got a week. Okay. An older man guy friend sent you $300. He wants you to entertain him as a suitor now. I need more to give him any title of any other kind than friend. I suggest he pay all my bills. Now what? Wait. If he got it, he probably will. I would definitely suggest the bill pay. Because y'all don't realize, like, do you know how much money you can save and stack, even if you don't quit your job, if just somebody else is paying all your bills? Like, that's literally very helpful for young ladies to be able to build their savings and or start a business. So if you trying to get anything out of a man, skip dumb stuff and get bills paid. And if they want to do extra after that, then let them. But go straight to the bills, because that's going to free you up a lot. That's going to free a lot of your money up to do stuff with that you wouldn't normally be able to do. It's going to give you an advantage over everybody. Okay? You're going to be able to take all that money, save it, just, invest it, start businesses with, whatever. Go to school with, whatever you need to do. So work on the bill pay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Where do you meet men that pay for your bliss? On the rich side of town. During the weekdays. During the week. Weekdays, AM to early afternoon, rich side of town. Running errands, doing all your stuff over there. I say this in every video, but I know I have new followers, so I have to continuously say it. Rich side of town, run your errands over there. Most people over there are going to have money. So try to stay on the more younger side of, the rich area than the older, like family suburban side, because there's always different areas that different people live in when they're young versus old. So new money versus old money. Old money, they might be divorced or widowed by then. Maybe you can get them too. But like, there's different sides of town where people are young with money, old with money, and then some people in the middle. Okay. You said men you reject continuously tell you that your standards are too high. It's like, well, I'm sorry you can't reach them. Just be sad for them. Feel sorry for them. It's not your problem. It sounds like a them problem. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry you can't reach them. Like, it's not your problem. It's literally theirs and they can't solve it. So what makes you think that they're going to be able to solve problems in your real life? They can't even meet your standards. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, everybody's standards can be whatever they want them to be. You can create your own set of standards. They don't have to be exactly the same as the next chicks, but they're yours and they should stick to them. Do you have to go out in the morning to meet a provider? Your chances are higher on the rich side of town of meeting a provider earlier rather than later. People with money, they do their stuff when everybody's at work or early. And then when everybody's getting off work, they don't want to be in rush hour traffic. They don't want to be at the store or anywhere where everybody that's rushing after work to get to because it's too crowded. They do all their stuff during the day while everybody's at work. And a lot of them get to make their own schedule or they own their own company, so they don't have to be at the office from 9 to 5. You know, sometimes their business meeting is literally on a golf course or a Zoom call, and then they can go do whatever they want to do for the rest of the day. So you have to understand that a lot of people aren't sitting in an office clocked in. A lot of people that have money run their business from Zoom calls, their home office, and on golf courses or whatever. They don't have to be at home or at work. They can be out and about taking conference calls on the phone in the car. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said like Shira is now. Exactly. Like, men that have money, they're not at a desk right now. They're out having fun, doing things. Because when people get rich or when they have money, they value their freedom to do with what they want. So they're usually out doing stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said, do you approve antidepressants while you're leveling up? I don't know what you're taking them for. Back in the old days, people used to take them to stay skinny. Is that what y'all taking them for? I can't relate, y'all. Whenever y'all try to ask me about stuff like that, I cannot relate. I had too much to do, too much to be thankful for. I don't understand. I guess it's a chemical imbalance for y'all. I don't know. I just be getting up and doing what I want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I have no idea. Like, I don't I don't know. Y'all have to ask some professionals. Oh, thank you, Happy Bite, sprinkle, sprinkle. It took 2 years, but finally you met the guy that wants me 10 times more. I got 5K the first month. Thanks, Shira. All right then, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Thank you, Happy Bite. Get your money, ma'am. Yes, thank you for the sprinkle, sprinkle too. Mm-hmm. At what age did you stop dating, stop the dating and block and lock one person in? No. What age are they gonna lock you in? Y'all be doing stuff backwards, baby. That's why it's not working. What age are how long is it gonna take for them to take you off the market? That's the question. Y'all y'all are taking on too much responsibility in these relationships and wondering why it's always one-sided, because y'all are doing all the work, even down to asking the question, when should I stop doing this and make and lock one down? Ma'am, you ain't the man. You can't lock nothing down. They got to lock you down. Remember that. If we're going to put this much effort into relationships, you also have to realize that when it doesn't work out, and all your hard work and all your efforts that you've been putting in way too much, it's going to have a mental effect on you. And that's why so many of y'all feel so angry, so upset, so hurt, because you do too much. Stop. Let the man come find you. Let him ask you to be the one. We're not chasing men. We're not locking nobody down. We're going to date until someone says, I want you. I'm taking you off the market. Here's everything you want. I'm meeting all them standards. There you go. Because how are you going to find them if you stop dating? How are you going to find them if you stop dating and you just choose one who hasn't even chosen you? So the age that you need to stop dating around is the age that that man tells you you're the one. I'm going to do everything that you want. I'm meeting all them standards. Drop everything and be my wife. That's the age, whatever age that is. When they become serious about you and like you 10 times more and willing to take you off the market and meet all your standards. That age. Because a lot of people don't realize that. It's not our job to lock them down. It's their job to lock us down, baby. Thank you, Pretty in Pink. You ended up paying for the date afterwards when he said he'll pay me back. What? That's why I'm considering coffee dates so I won't get. Girl, stop going out on dates altogether. Them men don't even like you. If you are even dealing with the man who's asking about paying back and this, you're dating broke. You're dating super broke. And you shouldn't even be dating if you got a date broke. I'm going to tell you so because nobody else is going to tell you. If the man that you're dating is not rich, do not date. It is 2025. Who out here still dating broke men? Okay. You know that man was broke when you first started talking to him. Stop accepting broke dates. Your standards should be high enough to where at least you're not going to accept nobody broke. Validation is one thing, but going out with a man who you know is broke is a whole nother thing. Okay. There are women out here that need to raise their self-esteem and their confidence level up to where they don't have to take dates from broke men. Okay. I would rather sit at home by myself, watch TV, than be seen out in public with a broke man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A broke man is the worst thing you could go out with because they're broke. They can't afford to pay for nothing. They're going to leech off of you and they're going to ruin your self-esteem because you are dumb enough to pay for them when they knew the whole time you was going to pay for them because they're dusty. Okay. If they know, if you accept a date out with a broke dusty that you're willing to pay, that's already in their mind. Oh, she knows that I'm broke, but she still says she would go out with me. That means she will pay. So the mentality of these dusties is that if you accept a date from somebody as broke as they already know you got the money to pay. Because otherwise two broke people don't go together. One got to have money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if he don't have no money and you are willing to date him, he know you must have some money. So never go out with a broke man, ever, 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 ever. Mm-hmm. So Y'all follow me on TikTok. I finally have a TikTok, and I'll be going live on there sometimes too. And it's SheRaSeven, the original. SheRaSeven, the original. Okay. I'm gonna put the link here. Y'all go follow me, because some of y'all are following the wrong accounts or fan accounts, which is, I don't care. But if y'all are looking for the real deal, that's my link right there. If y'all want to follow me on TikTok now. Because sometimes I go live like on TikTok after and before I do my YouTube videos. So if y'all are on there, y'all can just go ahead and subscribe and stuff. Follow me over there. I'm also on Instagram. I'm verified on Instagram. SheRaSeven on Instagram. I'm verified. Got the, let me see. I'm gonna link that too. It's also in the description bar if y'all want to just click it on in the description bar. Let's see. Oh, whoopee. And follow me on Instagram too. All right. I do daily reels and stuff and posts on Instagram and TikTok now. Okay. You got one of my books? Thank you, Mary. Tag me on it on Instagram. I might reshare it. Sprinkle, sprinkle when you get it. Thank you. You said you should buy some acres here in Texas and make a sprinkle, sprinkle community. Girl, a cult? You want me to create a cult on some land? That's what it sounds like. Mm-mm. You said how to get out of corporate. You need a side hustle or a man that's gonna give you money to start a business. Like a shortcut. You need a shortcut. That's what you need. Either a side hustle or a man that's gonna fund your side hustle so that you don't have to work anymore. Usually it's gonna be an older guy that's just gonna give you a bunch of money and you're just gonna create a business and then work that side hustle until you make more money than your regular job. Then you can quit. Or you can invest it and your investments can pay as well as starting a business. But you got to inch your way out. And if you take a shortcut, all the faster, you know. You got to get you an older guy that likes you a lot more, who has money. Then you get some money from him. Have him pay your bills while you start your business. Stack money. You can keep your job, or maybe find somewhere where you have to work less hours because you're making more money now with your own stuff. So you just have to, a little bit at a time. Find your shortcut and get out a little bit at a time. Mm-hmm. You said clean perfume or sweet perfume. It depends on the man's age. Because let me tell you, different age of men are used to different types of perfume. Because perfumes have eras. You know what I mean? The younger people's perfume is different from older people's perfume. Old people perfume smell way different than new perfume that's out there now. So depending on the age of the man, is the type of perfume you go for. So for example, if he's very young, he probably likes sweet. If he's a little older and more sophisticated, not super old, but like older, like maybe 40s, they probably like more clean. If you're old, you know, he probably likes the older perfumes from the older days, like, or the classics. Okay. You can mix and match them if you want to, but if he's old, he probably like the classics. So the perfumes that were out during his prime, you got to do your research. So popular perfumes when that man was in his 20s. That's what he liked because it reminds him of his youth. Okay. I've noticed that, like, if you ask, like, depending on a man's age, they're going to like the type of perfume that was popular during their youth. So that's how you do your research on what to wear. That's why I have a whole perfume collection. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said how to deal with female coworkers who talk bad behind your back. Ma'am, I don't pay attention to anybody unless they put money in my pocket. So I really wouldn't care. I'd be like, well, it's better them than me. Haters make you greater. You know what I'm saying? Because it literally could be you talking about them behind their back, but it's them talking about you. So obviously you're the star. I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of effect I have on people. They usually like to talk about me because I really don't pay attention to them. I guess I'm the star of the show. Main character energy. That's all you need. Where do you get outside inspiration? Is so cutesy and beautiful and sweetheart. What? My outfit information. Oh, girl. Well, I have young daughters, so and I have cousins, and I just be like, y'all look cute. Let me see. That's cute. That's a good idea. So I take like bits and pieces from the people around me, or I'll come up with my own style. If I see something cute on someone, I was like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Like cute. Like my cousin gave me the idea for this. She had like a little outfit on, her little leopard print headband. My daughters, they like the little fitted shirts. Um, and the ponytail. So I just kind of mix and match stuff up. And I try to choose like cute colors. Like I like red, pinks, neutrals. Hmm. How do you deal with cheating boyfriend, but he can give you money? The same way that most women deal with cheating boyfriends that have money. They get more money out of them and they cheat back. If you don't want to cheat back, then ask for a lot of money. So, or a big gift or something that they have to buy you in order for you to forgive them. You don't really have to forgive them, but they'll think you did. So, something major. And the next time they decide that they might want to cheat, they know it's going to cost them money if they get caught. So, they may or may not. It's like a fine, but a hefty fine. If you're going to keep him, make sure he pays. So, Valentine's Day is coming up. Make sure he gets you an extra special gift or maybe some cash with it. Take you somewhere extravagant that he may not have wanted to take you before. Make sure he has some diamonds and stuff to give you, some roses, some cash, maybe a new iPhone. You got the new 16 yet? Put that on a list. Every time they cheat, it's going to cost them money. Get a car down payment or something. Someone says you call it taxes. Yellow Bay says you call it taxes. Yep, taxes for cheating. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just be real sad and then like start filling up a cart online, looking at stuff online and say, oh, I wish I had this. Oh, I really want this bag, or I really want this vacation or whatever. And he'll probably get it for you if you forgive him for cheating. Now, let me address this real quick. Some people say, oh, you shouldn't deal with the cheater. They're just going to cheat again and you should just leave. Okay, where are you going to go to, ma'am? You going to go on to the next cheater and start all over every single time? Because you know they're all going to do it. So many women say that until they move on and move on and move on. About the third time, then they start to wake up. Wait a minute. Why do I keep moving? Why is it me that has to keep leaving? Why do I keep leaving with nothing or less? Why is every time I switch a man because he cheats, I get less and less? Why? Because they're all gonna cheat. So you might as well get something out of it. Put them cheating taxes on. Okay? Because y'all gonna run and keep running. When you finally wake up, you won't have nothing to show. Meanwhile, we over here getting businesses, investments, stacking our bank accounts, getting our jewelry collection together. What y'all doing? Running away from each man that cheats on you? Girl, y'all better get this money. Think about it. You say you asked him for money and he got mad and said a real Christian woman wouldn't say, I'm not a real Christian woman. You don't want me acting Christian in the bed, do you? Thank you, Lady Lorraine's energy, girl. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for sharing all of your wisdom and knowledge with us. You are so appreciated. Oh my gosh, she sent me a 99.99, girl. Thank you. Y'all go support Lady Lorraine's energy on Etsy. Y'all know her by now. She be sending me money left and right. She's big baller. She got her business started. Okay. She even sent me some oil. This is the one I be using, the Melon Sugar Dream. So I be over here smelling like a melon sugar dream while y'all over there. Okay, she also has all different types of yummy oils. That's good for your skin and moisturizing. Like, look at that. Thank you, girl. Y'all, you got me over here smelling like a snack as usual. Y'all go check out her Etsy store, Lady Lorraine Zenergy, just like her name is spelled. And she's on Etsy. Oh my gosh, I smell like candy, watermelon candy. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you too, girl. So this one is called Melon Sugar Dream. I keep this one on my desk. I stay moisturized. I put the other one that you gave me in my car bag because I have a little bag that I keep in my car of like essentials. So when I'm driving around, if I'm ashy, I just pull out one of your oils. I think I got the one that's like pink. I don't know, it has pink in the name, but I put that one in my car. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. So as I was talking about the lady who was talking about it's not a man told her it wasn't Christian to ask for some money. So then why do they ask for money every week in the church? Why they pass the little basket around if it ain't Christian for people to be asking for money? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Yes, I still have the pheromone perfumes, of course, Code Cosmetics. And y'all can use my code Shera. Links, I'm gonna link it right here. Oh wait, that's my Instagram. Oops. It's in the description bar. Just scroll down and the code is Shera if you want to save money. This is the Liquid Finesse pheromones. Yes. Get the men to be generous towards you. Say yes. You can literally finesse anybody with that too. Just makes people treat you nicer and more talkative to you and lets you get your way easier. Okay. You said asking for money is the most Christian thing you can do. Exactly. So what do you want me to do? Tell him this. So what do you want me to do? Sit here and suffer when I need something and I'm sitting here with a grown able-bodied man Do you want me to just ask Jesus for it? Well, what if Jesus sent me another man with my money? Is that very Christian? Should I go get it from him? Sometimes you got to make it make sense because they stupid. All right? Make it make sense to them. Tell them they take tithes and offering to the church. And if it's unchristian for you to ask for money, you're going to go pray to Jesus. And when he sends you a man with some money, then you're going to be out. Why do men ask for ungodly things in the bedroom? Because they're ungodly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. They said that lady said I need 2,000 or more every week. Yes, she did. And did she get it? Okay. Remember, you can use religion against them just like they can use it against you. Women are paying Shira with their provider's money. Y'all are silly. She was on her sprinkle, sprinkle. Yep. You choose to stay because you don't want other girl to enjoy his money. All men cheat. All right, man. They have that whole Beyonce song. You remember that Beyonce song when she was singing about that? She gonna be rocking chinchilla coats if I let you go. Okay. She said you ain't going nowhere. She gonna be riding on a jet, rocking chinchilla coats. Mm-mm. Oh, Ali said her husband cheated on her with a man. Well, then you'll have a lavender marriage. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. What I think about Kanye and his new wife. Kanye is just doing what he does best. Getting attention, exploiting others to get the attention. That's what he does. But at the same time, the person that he's also exploiting is still getting money, still getting attention, and still getting paid. So everybody wins in the situation. Mm-hmm. You said Kanye doing Kanye. He's doing what the business industry did to him, exploiting and making money off of whoever, getting the attention, doing crazy stunts in the media. I mean, he learned from the music industry. Now he's just implementing it with other people. That's what they did to him. So that's what he's doing to everybody he comes in contact with. But at this time, it's at the expense of another person. But she's married to him, and she still gets to profit off of it. So everybody wins. You said the wife is getting the bag. Exactly. Mm-hmm. You said they're both getting paid. Exactly. Win-win. Sometimes, like, if you're gonna be with somebody like Kanye, he wants to lead. He's the type of man that wants to lead in the relationship, and he wants you to trust his genius. Okay? Because when you're that crazy, not a lot of people trust you, and it's very hard to find. So I think he finally found somebody that's willing to let him be him and trust his genius. And I think it's fine. She might be a little she might not be super used to it just yet, but I think that's what he wants. And that's what she agreed to. You said you think it's art personally. It is. It's performance art. You have to have a willing participant. hmm And of course, she getting her money too. That's it. That's it. You said it's still disgusting. Well, not everybody has the same perspective on what, an appreciation for art. For art. Said she wasn't naked. She had on that dress. If y'all follow Ye on social media, he put that dress out before she even wore it. He put it on his Instagram account. And people were like, what? Show the dress. I want to see the dress in the comments. So he showed the dress on his wife. It didn't look clear. So it's kind of like an illusion. It didn't look clear on the picture because it was laying on something. But it was see-through. And it got all the attention. I'm sure lots of people trying to probably order it. All right. He said he made her go to the Grammys naked. Yeah. But she's a willing participant. She got her name out there. Most Googled woman on the planet right afterwards. Advertised the dress for free. Win-win. So yeah. High standards leave no room for discussion. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that because we only have a few minutes left. If you don't love yourself enough to keep your standards high and stop bending them for other people and being a people pleaser, then you shouldn't even be dating because you're going to do it wrong. Okay? You're going to do it wrong if you're desperate and don't love yourself. You're going to choose wrong. So make sure before you start even dating that you're not desperate, that your high standards are there not to be bent. You're not a people pleaser. Then the next time you get into any type of relationship or start dating, only people that are going to deal with you are those that can reach them standards. You're not going to attract anything else because you're not going to be on that level to attract anything else because you're not putting up with nothing else because you're not dealing with nothing else because you're only loving yourself to the point of having these high standards. You're going to put yourself in a position to where you can have these high standards without people looking at you stupid. Now, your mentality is a major part of it. Okay. Your mind is a major part of it. To know that you deserve something and say what you want and mean what you say is how you get it. Okay. A lot of people don't realize that. They'll just, oh, can I have this? Or you should get me that. They don't understand that they're worth more than groveling. You got to tell people who you are. Okay. You got to be like, oh, well, I only do this, or I only accept this, or that's not good enough. Or, okay, well, try harder next time. You treat them like it's the norm. Your high standards aren't high to you. They're normal. Okay. If you treat your high standards like as if they're too high to reach for yourself, then people are going to try to bring them down. But when you treat them high standards as the norm, as average, then of course a man with a big ego is also going to perceive them as normal or average around you to impress you. And he will try his hardest to meet them because that's your norm. Now, some of y'all are like this. Well, I want a man to do A, B, C, and D for me. And that's what I always wanted. That's what I always dreamt of when I thought, no, that is what it is. That is what's normal. If you can't do it, move out the way. Somebody else will. Period. So you got to start seeing your standards as the norm. The norm. That's normal to me. Some people's extravagant is other people's normal. And you can't date people that think that your norm is extravagant. It don't go together. So just by having high standards, a man who's thinks it's the norm just like you do is not going to have no problems meeting it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, I bring nothing to the table. Get that book, baby. It's on Amazon. It should be linked in the description bar. If not, just go type it in on Amazon. I Bring Nothing to the Table by SheRaSeven. There you go. It's a good beginner's guide of question and answers. Like when a guy asks this is what you say. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you want a man to buy you a car, then act like that's the norm. Be like, oh, we should go looking at the car dealership today. I saw something that I liked online. Let's just go test drive something. Yeah, it's a nice day. Let's go. Norm. Now, a woman who doesn't think she deserves that and thinks a car is something extravagant, she's like, how do I get a man to buy me a car? I don't know. How do I get him to the car dealership? How do I get him to want to buy me a car? You act like it's the norm. It's no big deal. Get that down payment. The first thing you need to work on is that down payment. If you're with a man that has money, that down payment can be made like this: on a credit card, with a quick trip to the bank, a check, or something. Okay. Thank you. So you just mention it, everything that you want, very nonchalant, as if it's the norm. Okay. And if they're still trying to impress you, they're going to have to act like that's the norm and meet those standards. And if they do have the money, that probably will be the norm, or at least close to it. You said, why down payment, full pay, whatever type of payment they finna put down, because you can get the rest if you need to from him or somebody else. Either way, get the whole thing, get some, get the car, drive off the lot, ma'am. Make sure it's a your name. hmm You said you date multiple, but always end up getting more attached to the one I like the most. Okay. Well, I mean, that's natural to get more attached, but make sure they like you more than you like them. Okay. Because if not, it's not even worth it. You might as well keep the other ones if you're going to like one more than they like you. How long is it normal to freestyle and not be approached by older men? Okay, it depends on what side of town you are, what you look like, and where you are, and what time of day it is. All of that matters. All of it matters. I know a lot of people don't realize it, but it all matters. Most men are going to, like most men that have money, like I said, they're going to be out in the daytime during the weekday, not on the weekend, not after work, not in the evening. They gone by then. They at home by then, most of them. So and the ones that are out, they may have friends that are out and about that may know their wife, their girlfriend, so they may not approach, or they may not have no money. So, or they may not think that you're interested in them because they're old and you're young. So, if you want to get an older man's attention, you gotta can't dress super trendy. You got to make a little eye contact. And old men like to teach. So if you just ask a dumb question to like the bartender, the old man, if he thinks you're cute, he's going to chime in with his opinion too. Like if you say, oh, is there a really good place to go around here to get this type of food or this type of drink? The bartender will be like, oh, you should go to this place. It's okay. And then the old man who's eavesdropping and listening and checking you out, he might put his 2 cents into. If you're sitting right next to him, you act stupid and lost, like on the menu, like, oh, I just don't know what drink to order. I want something different. Then you look over at his drink. Then you look back at the menu. It's like, oh, I don't know what to get. Then they'll suggest you a drink. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. So you gotta be dumb. You gotta let them teach you, and you gotta make a little eye contact, and they'll literally swoop in. It's too easy. Okay. He said, why men don't take you seriously if you guys meet at a club? I thought they like fun, happy women. Okay, they do, but they want to take you to a club, not meet you in a club. You see, it's different. They meet you in a club, you out doing the same thing they doing, looking. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said you forgot to put your question. Whoops, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, the answer is get money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Destiny's date. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yours is full provider, but he is paranoid about cheating. By the time I get a chance to freestyle, I'm exhausted and still won't want to relax. Okay. Well, you got to make up a place that you're going that he doesn't want to go, that he's not going to think you're cheating. You got to make up a huge lie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you want to get out without feeling paranoid or like he's going to be upset with you and all this kind of stuff, you got to come up with a reason to leave your house on a regular basis that he's not going to question. If you can do that, you'll be at peace. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So gym, grandma's house, church, whatever you do that he doesn't want to do with you. You know, somebody said book club, volunteer work, and have some evidence and really do the stuff to set yourself up so he won't question it. So you really have to go to a book club, just miss a couple of weeks here and there and do what you want to do. Someone said nail salon. Exactly. So you got to make sure you really join something, but then when you want to skip out, you could skip out. Or you could like pretend you're going there. Come back with some information like, oh yeah, the book that we're reading is so good. Make up fake people and everything. Miss Martha loves chapter 3 and because it's freaky and I can't with her. She's like so old. Like just come up with some fake scenarios and bore him with your stories. You know what I mean? Like literally you'll become a fiction writer. Or a lot of people don't like visiting people in hospitals, so they won't question where you're going. Like, I have to go to the hospital to visit make up somebody fake that doesn't even exist. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you're amazing at it. Exactly. You give them too many details and they're not going to care. And if you bore them to death, they won't even ask anymore. You said, do men really care about our problems genuinely? Does it even matter? I think they just want you to be happy in their presence so you can give them what they want if they want if they want it. They just don't want you looking at other men for stuff because it's emasculating when a man can't really please his woman. So definitely feel like they'll solve our problems if it makes them feel more masculine. They'll solve our problems if they can get what they want out of it. But out of the kindness, the sheer kindness of their heart, without ever wanting anything in exchange, I don't think so. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And remember, a lot of times men are still getting stuff in exchange and you don't even realize it. Just to be seen out in public with an attractive woman is getting something in exchange. Just to be seen out in public with an attractive woman is still an exchange. So y'all also have to understand that as women. If you look good and you're out in public with a man, that's literally you're doing something for him. Okay. You said you already sit at only full tables. Okay, ma'am. Yes. He is having the privilege to spend on you. That's right, Leah. Uh-huh. Okay. You said, how do you control your emotions when you get triggered? What's the first thought you have in your head when that happens? Money. and how you can get paid off the situation. What's going to happen if you react the way that you're going to react? Are you still going to be able to get what you want out of it? So look to the future about the results of how you're going to act, and then how you're not going to act, and see which future you like better. So pause and look at your future before you make a decision. If I overreact and get triggered and do A, B, C, and D, what will my future be? If I don't and I do something else and I, strategize to give him, make him give me money, what will my future be? So pause and look to your future before you get triggered and react. If they are triggering you on purpose, go somewhere alone. You know what I mean? Hmm. How to find the right man, the one that got the right money. So you've only been on 2 dates. Should you expect something for Valentine's Day? If you ask them, say, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what you're getting me for Valentine's Day." Just tell him like you already think he's going to get you something. Use the power of suggestion, man. "Oh my gosh, you know what? I can't wait to see what you got me for Valentine's Day. I'm so excited." He play dumb. Then he'll feel like he has to get you something then. "Oh, you know what? Okay. Yeah, I got you something. I'm going to get you something really nice." That's what he's going to say. Do I think dermaplaning is important for beauty maintenance? I don't know, ma'am. If you need it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. The wealthy guys you meet talk very sexually in the beginning and only offer dinner what to do. They don't see you as the type of woman that they want to end up with. How a man approaches you is how he views you. So just understand that. Like, if they start talking about all that stuff in the beginning, they're not going to take you seriously anyway. So just tell them like, well, I usually don't entertain guys that have such a dirty mind, especially so soon after meeting a lady. So, you have a nice day. They'll instantly try to correct themselves, apologize, and start treating you with more respect if they like you. If they don't, they'll just dismiss you because that's how they see you. Okay, you dated a Dusty for 12 years. He was broke and would not marry or move in with me. Also, he cheated on me. Where do Dusties get the audacity from? From y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Miss S. They get it from y'all because y'all allow it. Like, y'all, the truth, ma'am, the truth is the audacity comes from y'all because y'all treat them like they're not doing nothing wrong for 12 years. So go look in the mirror, man. That's where they get it from. The audacity comes from women who allow it, who don't hold their standards high. So I know that was hard to hear, and I'm sorry, but you needed to hear it. But at least you woke up, or at least somebody decided to move on. Somebody said no. They get the audacity from us. I'm I'm gonna say us because we're all women. They get the audacity from women. So never allow a man to treat you the way you shouldn't be treated. And they won't have the audacity. Okay. Thank you for the donation, yes, but yeah, you gotta be smarter than that and not let them do what they are doing. You gotta say, nope, I'm sorry. I need more than that. But so many people are afraid to be alone or the idea of not having someone that they just sit there and take it. Okay. But think about this. I don't know if you were or not, but you could literally been dating someone at the same time. You didn't live with him. He wasn't married to you. You could literally had dates all the time. Hopefully you did. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Um, how would you treat a man this Valentine's Day if you found out he cheated on you? I'll be out with another man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I wouldn't treat him at all. I'm like, let's skip Valentine's Day this year. I'm just gonna go, you know, chill with my friends or go to the movies with my mom or something. I don't know. Lie and go out with somebody else. Okay. If you have someone else on the roster, which you should, even if it's just your friends, don't spend it with him. Mm-hmm. Oh, La Peach is in the house. You said so sad the mentality. I know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If your boyfriend has money and you found out he cheated on Valentine's Day, make sure you make him spend a lot of money on you, ordering you stuff that you want. Get on a luxury website and order something very luxurious for yourself this Valentine's Day on his card if he wants to keep you. Okay. But if he's broke, go spend it with someone else. If he has money, get on them luxury websites and start putting stuff in carts because that's what's going to cost him. Mm-hmm. What? You said in 2025, we need to be bold and audacious. Yes. Because if you say what you want, you're going to get it. Or somebody's going to hear it and they're going to say that's not too much to ask for. If you say it a couple of times, you're going to get it because somebody's listening. Especially if you look good or people want to impress you or whatever. You can't not say what you want anymore. Those days are literally over. People aren't going to assume that you want something if you're not asking for it. He said they can smell when you have options and value you more. That's right, Leah. They sure can because you're not desperate and you don't act desperate around them. And you're not afraid to say what you want because you have backup. You got a team like that lady in Pakistan. You ain't afraid to say what you want. You got press, you got mics, you got a team. All right. Say what you want. If they can't handle it, then on to the next. You're not losing nothing. Okay. Oh, Diana, thank you. Okay, you're stuck in a country where you need citizenship. Your boyfriend is a local provider, but not rich. Okay. You're 31, he's 36. You feel like you can do better, but you're in survival. You feel like you're settling, but he ready to marry me. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, First of all, I think he's too young. I mean, y'all are literally the same age, basically. Both in your 30s. I think if you had gone up for a man slightly older, like maybe at least in his late 40s, that had way more money, you probably would have been better off. But he's very young, and when a man is that young, I like trust is way, way down. Trust is way, way less anyway. So I don't know if you can get out of that situation or just prolong the engagement until you can figure something out. But he's too young. Oh, thank you, BB Sprinkle Sprinkle, for the super sticker. In my opinion, he's too young to even be considered. Like literally, he can't really do too much. Only a few years older than you. So I would say, Maybe save your money, try to figure out how to get out of that situation. And if by then, if after you save some money, after you figured out how to get out of it, if he's doing better and making more money and you change your mind, great. But until then, you need to start planning your way out. Hmm. You're starting a business with your boyfriend, bad idea. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I suggest you start it by yourself and leave him out of it. Your boyfriend is not your business partner. Your boyfriend is not your trusted confidant. Keep that stuff separate, darling. He can give you money to start your business, but he can't be an investor. That means he can't get nothing back. He could give you money to start a business, but he cannot be a part of it. Okay? Because if something goes wrong, then what? If he cheats on you, then what? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to attach that to him. Hmm. So do not start a business with your boyfriend. Let him start a business on his own and you start a business on your own. Okay. Y'all can do the same thing in different ways or just different things. You don't always have to be together or start a business together. Keep that stuff separate. Okay. So what if it seems like he's rushing things after the first date? It's because he's trying to get into bed, man. Why would men rush things? They want something. Better rush to that ATM. You said it's a group home business. It feels hard doing this myself. Well, hire somebody to do it, or find some dude and put him in the friend zone and have him help you. But never do that with a man because y'all. What if y'all arguing and y'all aren't talking one day and business don't get done and stuff don't get done, or somebody gets mad and tries to sabotage the other one because this one found out this one was cheating. Y'all are setting yourself up for failure when you go into a business as a couple. That's dumb. If you're too lazy to do the business by yourself, hire someone or get someone to help you or volunteer or something. Okay? Sign up for some like them people to help you who like want to volunteer or do community service. You say he's gonna expect you to do all the work in the business? Oh, okay. You said don't attach emotions to business. Exactly. Keep all that crap separate. Just tell him you can do it in a nice way. You can say, you know what, thank you so much for helping me, but I think I'm gonna do this business by myself because it's something I want to say that I did all by myself so I can be proud of myself and my parents can be proud of me. But why don't you look into starting another business on your own? That way you don't look like you're just dismissing him. You just look like you want to take all the credit and he needs to find something on his own. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Um, you said ladies, okay, charge him for forgiveness. Yes. I made a video called Charge Him for Forgiveness. Exactly. Because forgiveness should cost if they're going to continue to mess up. You need to continue to thrive. Okay. Some of y'all are out here letting men cheat and you still take them back without even charging them. That's not good mentally on anybody. You need to collect your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mhm. What if he wants a small portion if I trademark his name idea? Stop. I don't know what to do with y'all. Stop telling these men everything. Stop doing it. Just leave them alone when it comes to your business. Leave them alone. Just take their money. Leave them alone and just take their money. Stop telling them everything. Stop asking them about this. Stop asking them about that. Ask another person that has nothing to do with you. Ask a person that's more professional. Ask your mom or anybody. But why do y'all talk with these men about all your business? Just get the money to start the business. That's it. That's all they need to do is be the gifter. Okay? Talk to your friend, talk to your mom. It doesn't even matter. If he's trying to take something that, I mean, if you're trying to take something that he came up with, come up with something else. That way there's no problem. Do stuff by yourself. Do stuff on your own. That way no one can take it away. Hmm. You see how we make issue mad. Well, I'm not mad. I'm just like, it's kind of like missing the whole point of the whole situation. Because when things are good, it's good, right? When things are great, you can talk about anything. You can talk about all your business, you can come up with ideas, you can help each other. But when things are bad, think about that. If things get bad, then what you gonna do? And relationships are ups and downs. So you already know it's gonna get bad eventually, or at some point. It's not gonna be what the best day ever. So what are you gonna do then? People are emotionally triggered by other people. And when you're gonna put your business right in the middle of that, or your ability to earn money, or something that you've accomplished, then somebody can say, well, you didn't do that by yourself, I did that, so I want this and I want that, and then it's going to start a whole group of stress and trauma that you didn't even want in the first place. Just leave it separate. Everything separate, especially when it comes to businesses. Hmm. You said we have been educated to normalize 50-50. She was here to tell you to drop it. Exactly. You might as well be single and gonna do 50-50. Mm-hmm. BB, thank you for the super sticker. I think I got that. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I got to wrap this up, y'all. It's time for me to go. Thank y'all so much for all the super chats, all the good questions. I appreciate y'all. Um, I think I have my Patreon linked in the description bar if y'all want to join the Patreon. My Instagram, definitely follow me over there. All my books are on Amazon. They should be linked in the description bar. So I will see y'all soon. And also, let me see. Thanks to all. Sorry, y'all. Thanks to all the members in the house. I appreciate y'all being members. And I'll see y'all later. Sorry, pushed the wrong button on my screen. But appreciate y'all.